A reference we can start to use to really establish and explore the kind of position of the trail wrist at address. And the trail wrist, we know anatomically, can be the most, or one of the most influential segments in many ways to start establishing and produce that start position. Often when we start to see adjustments in that trail wrist position, for example, excessive ulnar deviation, as one of many examples, when we get that excessive ulnar deviation, often it kind of pulls us forwards, often encourages more kind of bend through that kind of lumbar spine rather than kind of flexion into those hip joints. Often, again, when there's excessive ulnar deviation at trail wrist, the trail shoulder can sit forwards, pressure gets pulled towards the toes. We can often then start to see that trail side of that pelvis elevate and move upwards. So a really nice way we can establish, or start to establish, for example, in the shape of that trail wrist is almost holding the hand in this position and then just pointing the middle finger upwards. So for example, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, we're almost going to extend it backwards. So kind of point the middle finger upwards so it's completely horizontally aligned with and parallel with the forearm. So from the side on view, we see here, we have the middle finger almost aligned completely in line with the forearm, or from the face on view, it's kind of pointing up that forearm. So as we then bend into kind of take that start position at address, can we ensure the middle finger almost runs parallel and up the forearms? In some ways, middle finger is forearm. So once again, from this position, as you look downwards, we took a line up from the finger, it would almost run completely parallel with that forearm at address. And in some ways then, once we've established that kind of shape, we then place our hand in position to then really best establish and position that trail wrist at address. So once again, from the face on view, holding upright, middle finger facing up, completely in line with the trail forearm, not as in on top of the trail forearm, but more kind of parallel to that trail forearm. As we bend forwards, middle finger is forearm. So once again, as you look down for your own visual perception, middle finger's forearm. Can we then kind of keep the shape of that wrist as we then establish and place our hands on the club? Once again, from the target line view, facing upwards, middle finger is almost the line of the forearm. Took a line down from the finger, it would track and trace the line of that forearm. As you bend into that start position, middle finger still remains aligned with that forearm. Once we've established the shape of that wrist, placing our hands on the club then to then best establish and ensure that trail wrist sits in that lovely position, then really then allows, for example, the trail arm, the shoulder, the spine to really move in the way we do. So, for example, using that trail middle finger could be a wonderful way of exploring and then helping establish the shape of that trail wrist and trail arm at setup.